the job of an audio engineer to record and manipulate sound. So there are certain sounds like music and spoken word that we often want to save for later listening or adjust to make them sound different or better or more pleasing to us. So it's an audio engineer's job to take those sounds, to capture them, and to adjust them and edit them and make them available for consumption. Now, the primary tool of the recording engineer is the microphone. And there are two basic types of microphones. The first is dynamic, which are unpowered microphones that are durable and easy to use for applications like live sound and certain louder instruments. And then there are condenser microphones, which require additional power. They're more sensitive and they're usually used for quieter instruments such as woodwinds or strings. The way a microphone works basically mirrors the function of the human ear. The ear converts air pressure variations into electrical signals for our brain to interpret. And a microphone does the same for a recording device, such as a tape machine or a computer. So it takes in variations in air pressure, and it puts out an electrical signal that can be interpreted by a recording machine. Now, as a recording engineer, there are certain types of changes and adjustments that we can make to audio to make it suit our purposes. Now, the primary kind of change that we can make is level adjustments or balancing. So when we're working with multiple audio sources, we can adjust the level of each source to make them balance better with each other and to make some come out and put others in the background. Another type of adjustment we can make is pan, which is moving one source from one side of the stereo field to another. Audio engineers can also edit the sounds that they record, which means they can take out, put in, or move around parts of the recording to change the order in which things were said, or to adjust the speed at which someone's speaking. Lastly, a recording engineer has access to hundreds of different effects that they can apply to the sound that they've recorded and change its characteristics. The first and most prominent of these effects is equalization, which allows the engineer to adjust tone characteristics and frequency levels in their recording. Next is compression, which lets the engineer smooth out loudness levels over time in their recording and make instruments fit better together. Last is reverb, or reverberation, which lets the engineer place their sound source in a virtual environment where they have more control over the characteristics and echoes that are available. Beyond these three primary effects, there are hundreds or possibly thousands of others that the engineer can delve into. These include special effects like distortion, flanger, phaser, and chorus that might be more familiar to guitar players. With so many options on the table, it's hard to know where to begin. Will you be the next great recording artist, a producer, or a host of a radio show? Your options are limitless in the world of audio, so go ahead and get started.